Hey guys, so I want to talk to you guys about something absolutely incredible, and it has literally blown my freaking mind. Okay? Mind. In all my years of doing makeup, I have never, ever experienced a makeup brush or something that actually does what it says that it's supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, mind blown. Mind blown. Okay, so you guys are probably gonna ask, is this sponsored? Yes. Yes, these were sent to me by the company because I love working with them. Why? Because they are vegan, cruelty-free. Their products are amazing. I have worked with them several times. But when I saw these brushes on their Instagram, now keep in mind this right here was a trend on social media for a while where people were like, the oval brush. And I was just kind of looking at everybody going, I'm not spending $380 for an Artiste brush when there's so many mixed emotions about it. It's not gonna happen. So when I saw these brushes on Vanity Planet's website, I literally about had a religious moment. They come, I do believe, in a few other colors, but they sent them to me in black. And I think that they are absolutely sexy in black, okay? I think they are darling, okay? Just, okay, word of the day. Phenomenal. Okay, so when I saw these, I contacted the company myself. They agreed to send them to me, and I'm like, I have to try these. When I tried them, I was like, I have to make a video about these. And so these right here are the brushes. There is 10 in here. 10 brushes. 10. Okay, and you're asking, what is this retail for? I do believe it is 120 something. I'm not exactly sure. It's 120 something, but I will tell you right now, you are definitely getting the bang for your buck. Okay, I'm not blowing smoke up your butt. Okay, you have to check this out. Every single brush I have already used, as you can tell. But there is barely a whole lot of product on these brushes. Why? Because they don't suck in product like crazy. And of course, like Vanity Planet they always have a positive note on everything, which is something that I love because I love promoting positivity. That's what I'm about. And so they're just incredible, okay? So let me go ahead and get out one of them. All of these brushes have literally become my all-time favorite with all my brushes. You guys know I love brushes. I love brushes more than makeup, okay? I collect brushes like no other. No other. Okay, so these brushes are super soft. They're super soft. And there is a lot of bristles in this. Like, they are packed. And on the face, they are super soft. I also have the pamphlet right here that comes with the actual brushes, which I know you guys can barely see it because it's like super bright. But there is a lot of information that comes, and every single one of these brushes, they do everything, even face care. Even face care. All 10 brushes are used for skincare products. It's incredible. Okay, guys, I am telling you right now. Like, finish watching the rest of the makeup tutorial, and at the end of the video, I will take and have all of this stuff given to you on this pamphlet, so that way you guys know exactly what's going on. Anyways, but go ahead and watch the video and everything, because after all, it is a makeup tutorial, and there is some other products that are in this right here video as well, and some reviews coming up soon, which of course I already talked about in the video, but I'm already saying it again. Anyways, but go ahead, watch the video, let me know what you think. The link for these brushes will be down in the description. I am telling you right now, if you love brushes as much as me and everything, and if you are somebody that loves to try new things, check out these brushes, okay? I'm telling you, check them out. It is incredible. My first time ever actually trying these brushes, I've only ever done like the typical makeup brush. I will tell you right now, these brushes, for my first time actually like using them on myself and never using them on a client. I've seen artists and other makeup artists use them on other clients, but I've never been brave enough to touch them because I felt like it was just awkward looking. And so whenever I saw these, I about had a religious moment. And so whenever I got to use them for the very first time, it blew my mind. And so go ahead and check out the video. I love you guys, and you'll be seeing me at the end. So this right here is the number 6 brush right here, which the number 6 brush is used for foundation. It can be used for powder. It can be used for bronzer. It can be used for several things in everything. Contouring. It can be used for, let's see, even skincare. It can be used for skincare. Almost every single one of the brushes in here, all 10 of them, can be used for skincare products as well. So I'm super excited. So I'm going to get my cover effects, and this one right here is the like illuminator one, which is kind of like halo. So I'm gonna go ahead and like stir that up a little bit. I'm gonna shake it, and this one's halo in the cover effects drops. And then of course I'm gonna be using, as you guys have probably already seen, my review for this right here foundation, which is the Urban Decay. But since I paid for it, I'm going to go ahead and use it anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do one really nice drop of this on to there, and then I'm going to grab my foundation, and I'm going to do 1 pump, 2 pump, 3 pump, 4, and then after that, as you can tell, it is not sinking down into the brush. That's how thick the brush is. The brush is so thick that the foundation is not sinking down into it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pounce, 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 pounce. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start buffing that in. And the great thing about this is that it is super soft. Like super soft. And no problem at all getting one absolutely even, cohesive, absolutely cohesive coat of foundation. Perfectly blended up into the hairline. Wow. Okay. I swear this like shocks me like every single time that I do this with these brushes. So incredible. So incredible. The great thing about these brushes is you can use them to blend out your cream contours as well. If you have the cream contour set by Kat Von D, the contour palette, it is literally perfect for that. And what I love about it is I have this one spot, and this is a thing, girls, where, and boys and girls, where like you put on foundation and it doesn't want to stick to a part of your face. I have that spot right here on the tip of my nose, and as you can tell, I'm not having any problem with that at all. It is layering on the foundation cohesively, evenly, and absolutely flawlessly. Like, that is amazing. Okay, so after using this brush, and if you can tell, there's very little product that is actually on the brush. Crazy. Yeah, it's literally like all on my face. Like, it's really crazy like that, because like even like with beauty blenders, like they suck up a lot of your product. So because it's a sponge, so it sucks up a lot of your product. So with this, I've noticed that it just like, it literally puts like the product literally right on the face.
So you get more bang for your buck.
Exactly, more bang for your buck. Like, Jay knows what's up. Like,
and I'm not even into makeup.
And she's not even into makeup. She's like sitting here going like, I know, like.
If I was into makeup, that'd be my thing.
Right? Okay, so next thing's up, we're going to take and move on over to concealer. Now, you guys know that I use my beauty blender all the time to blend out my concealer, which is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. wait until you see what one of these brushes does with the concealer, because it's going to blow your mind. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my concealer on, which of course you guys already know is the Kat Von D Lock-It in Whiteout. And I'm going to go ahead and put that underneath here, 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 right here, here, and here. Okay, so I always do 3 stripes, right? Okay, so I'm going to go in with this right here brush, which is the number, I believe this right here is the number 7 brush. The number 7 brush, I do believe this is the number 7 brush. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Yes, this is the number 7 brush. The number 7 brush is good for foundation, powder. It's also good for bronzer. It's also good for blush. It's also good for highlighter. Highlighter, yeah, wait until we get there, girls. It's also good for highlighter. It's also good for, of course, skincare products as well. It's also good for face and cheek contour. It's also good for concealer, which is another reason why I grabbed this brush. So I'm going to just take this brush and I'm going to start doing like tapping and kind of like swiping motions. And you will see literally just how effortlessly this blends this foundation into the skin. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing down and dragging, pressing down and dragging. So I'm doing that upwards and downwards in all different directions. And look how smooth that is. That is ridiculous. And once again, barely any product on the actual brush. Mind blowing every single time. Absolutely mind blowing. Okay, and once again, barely any product on the actual brush. Okay, absolutely amazing. Okay, so next up I'm going to go in with the number 5 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use this right here for powder. And of course I'm going to be doing my Lock-It Translucent Powder by Kat Von D, and I'm going to go ahead and blow up the powder that I just got on my smallest mirror because I can't find my big mirror. And I'm going to go ahead and just tap slightly into the powder and see how much product that grabs. There's a lot of product. And I'm just going to do patting motions. Okay, and so as you guys can tell, the only amount of fallout powder is actually on my hands, on the handle of the brush, but barely any product actually on the bristles, which tells you over and over and over again that there is literally barely any product that is being sucked up by the brush. I don't know how many times I could stress that to you guys. Like, these brushes are incredible. It's like blowing my mind. Like, and I'm like taking the powder, the extra powder off the actual brush because I want to keep these like as clean as possible. But like, that is just, it blows my mind that there's like barely any actual product left in the actual bristle. That is just incredible. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the number 4 brush. The number 4 brush is smaller than that brush. Okay, so I'm going to show a comparison, okay, real quick. So this brush right here actually is the number 4. This right here is the number 7. This right here is the number 5. Number 5 brush. Number 5, number 7, and number 4. Number 4 brush. Okay, so this brush right here, I'm going to start doing a little bit of my contour, and then I'm going to buff it out with the bigger brush, which is the number 6 brush. So the number 4 brush is good for, let's see, highlighter. It's good for highlighter. It's also good for face and cheek contour. It's also good for, of course, all skincare products as well. It's also good for, let's see, what is it, concealer. It's also good for concealer as well. And it's also good for, what else? There is like a ton of things that this thing is good for, and I'm looking for all the numbers. I have my little cheat sheet down here. Let's see. It's good for a lot of things, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and use this and start working on my contour just a little bit. And I'm, of course, going to use my Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. You guys know this palette. I use it every single time in all of my tutorials. It's just a never-ending thing. As you guys can tell, I have hit pan on this, and I need to buy a new one. So of course I'm gonna go in with that shade right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like put just a little bit on. You guys can see that. I'm gonna knock off some of the fallout on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting that in right there. Whoa, whoa, that made like, that blended out some contour very easily. Up and around the forehead. Let's do the other cheek. Wow, that is insane. You can get some like precisely cut contours with this, like really precise cut contours instead of like using like a regular like fluff brush. And then of course forehead. I like the fact that I can precisely get around my forehead and not have to worry about if I get my forehead like too dark or something. See what I'm saying? Okay, and then, okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the number, let's see, what number is this? Number 2. This is the number 2 brush right here, which kind of looks like that. It's a number 2. And that number 2 brush and everything, I'm actually going to use this. This brush right here is actually meant for eyeliner. It's meant for eyeliner. It's meant for brow filling and shading. It's also meant for lip colors and finishing. And then it's also meant for, let's see, I'm looking for number 2. Number 2. It's also meant for highlighting as well. It's also meant for detail contouring, eye and nose. So I'm going to use this right here to contour my nose. You guys know I barely ever contour my nose, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to start right here on the edge into my nose. Just work my way on up towards my brow. Go ahead and blend that out just a little bit. And do the other side of my nose. Work my way up towards the brow. And of course, let's blend that out. Wow, that made that really intense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this smaller brush right here, which is the number 8 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and buff that out just a little bit. Okay, so now that that has been slightly buffed out, let me see, slightly buffed out. I'm going to buff that out just a little bit more on the tip of the nose, because that brush grabbed a lot of product, and it made my nose look really sharp, like catfish smart, like swordfish. So let's see. Okay, so after using that brush right there, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I'm back and I have my eyebrows done, I'm going to go in with this right here brush, which is the number 4, and I'm going to take a little bit of my Kat Von D Lock-It translucent powder, and I'm going to do a line from here to here. Go ahead and kind of get a defined line going, which we would consider this baking, by the way. Oh, that makes it so much easier. I'm going to do just a little bit underneath the eyes. Seriously, today you got to fart in my video? People, she's farting in my video.
Oh no, I don't fart.
You don't fart? Really? Beg to differ. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to take just this right here brush, which is the number 9 brush. This one's a little bit bigger, and I'm going to tip it sideways in the powder, I'm going to put a little bit of this right underneath my brow bone to add just a little bit of a highlight to the under part of the eye, a little bit underneath the eye, so that way that's a little highlighted right there. And then after we do that, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the actual eyeshadow, like the actual eye, like the eye itself, you know, like go ahead and do your eye. Okay, so I'm actually going to be using 2 different palettes, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced palette and the Pastel Goth palette from Kat Von D. I'm going to be using both of these. The reason why is because I'm going to create a really, really beautiful glittery look with using what? This. You guys know I've been raving about this on Snapchat for a little while, and I am just now getting to it. This right here was sent to me by Heather Weathers. Hey girl! And she is on Snapchat. She sent this to me for my birthday, and I'm super, super excited to get into this. So we're gonna take and jump away from the Vanity Planet oval brushes and everything for right now, and take and start working on some eye contour for a minute. And I'm gonna be using some of their other brushes from their other brush set and everything from Vanity Planet as well, and one other random brush that I have. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start working with this right here, nice little shade right here for the crease and blend color. Let's see, actually, let's go ahead and do this nice little nudie kind of like pink tone color. And I'm gonna go ahead and start that right there in the crease of the eye first, and just go ahead and start blending that right there in the eye crease area. Nice little pinky tone color. Go ahead and get that into the eye crease of the eye, and then we're gonna dive on into some beautiful purple tones. Oh, this color right here is gorgeous. Okay, and this is in the Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and use some of the purple shades and everything from Pastel Goth, and I'm gonna go in with this right here, lightest shade right here first. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the Vanity Planet, the eye blending brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this. And you guys know I usually use the white Lock-It concealer to go ahead and like do a lot of like the colors because I want them to really stand out, but I want this to be a really nice muted pastel-y pink, like purplish pink, like glitter like eye look. And as you can tell, like the pigment is there. It's like definitely picking up even without the Lock-It concealer to like really grab onto it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then I'm gonna jump into the darker shade of purple right there, and this one I'm gonna go ahead and do the inner and outside corners of the eye. This one right here color has like purple, but it also has like blue undertones as well. Okay, and then continuing with that same shade on the inner and outer corners of the eye. And you can do eyeliner with this look, but it's not really like, it's honestly really not needed, especially whenever it comes down to doing a halo effect. It's really not really needed. Okay, so jumping from the Pastel Goth to the Sweet Peach palette, I'm gonna go into this really rich purple. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the same brush and go ahead and just do a little bit on the outer and inner corners of the eye. You know, I can't really get in there that far to do that, so I'm gonna grab the number 1 brush and the oval set, and I'm gonna go ahead and just run that in there, and just go ahead and pop that right there. Oh my god, that makes it so much easier. Just kind of get that on there on the eye, make it a lot deeper of an eye effect. Patting and swiping motions are key. Patting and swiping motion. Okay, and then I'm gonna jump from there to, I'm gonna use a little bit of just simple water. This is not Fix Plus, it's just water inside of a small Fix Plus bottle. And I'm gonna actually spray a little bit on this brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and run it in that same purple shade, and just go ahead and get that really rich purple. Okay, so after doing that, I'm gonna take and dip into the shade right above it, which is a really rich darker purple color. It's kind of like almost black. I'm gonna use this brush right here from Vanity Planet, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of water on that, run it around in that color, lightly put that on lightly, because since the brush is wet, it's not going to move as cohesive. And then let that sit and dry for a minute, and then once it dries, we're going to dry out our brush, and then we're going to fan it out. By the way guys, in an upcoming video, I'm going to talk about some tips and tricks whenever it comes to doing makeup that will help you guys achieve a more cohesive blend whenever it comes to eyes. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Okay, so after getting my brush nice and dry, I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. Blending is key. Okay, so after that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and dip into this right here palette. Absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the white, and then I'm going to go in with the lighter and darker colored purple, which are these right here shades right up here. And I'm going to go ahead and layer that on, and it's going to make it extremely extremely vibrant. And so I'm gonna use this right here brush, and I'm gonna wet this down just a little bit, couple of squirts, and then I'm gonna use this white, and I'm just going to place it right here in the center of the eyelid, and go ahead and do that. Do the same on the other side. Okay, so I just got done making my brush a little bit more moist, and I'm gonna dip into this lightest shade of purple, and I'm just gonna run around and grab some of that. God, that is so freaking gorgeous. And I'm just gonna place that right on top of that, and it's gonna make it a little bit shimmery. And this is also very, very, very buildable, super buildable, as you guys can tell, like it's on there. And so I'm gonna moisten my brush just a little bit more. Oh, bee honey, what are you doing? Aw, you like curled up on a pillow and got all comfy. Okay, so after applying that right there shade, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this right here brush, and I'm going to go ahead and add a brighter shade of glitter, which is this one right up here. Not that one, this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that on this right here oval brush, which is the #1 brush from Vanity Planet. And this one here is good for highlighting. It's also good for detail contouring, eyes, nose. It's also good for all skincare products and lips, lip and finishing for lips, as well as several other things, eyeshadow and blending. It's good for a lot of things. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade. I'm gonna put it right on the center. Right on the center of the lid. On the center. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is, still using the oval brushes, I'm going to grab, let's see, this one right here, which is the #3 brush, which is still good for a lot of other things. It's good for lip color finishing. It's good for all skincare products. It's good for eyeliner. Like, you can do eyeliner with this, guys. Eyeliner. It's also good for, let's see, it's good for highlighter as well as some cheek. It's good for face and some cheek contouring. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush. I'm gonna dip into this darker shade of purple. As you can tell, grabs product. I'm gonna go ahead and place this right on the outside and inner side. And then I'm also gonna use this right here brush and take some of that white shadow, tap off some of the excess, and I'm going to place that right here as an added highlight. However, whenever it comes down to this right here palette, I'm actually going to play around with this just a little bit and everything. Of course, be waiting for my review of this palette, because as you guys know, I give very honest opinions whenever it comes to eyeshadow palettes. Any kind of palette, any kind of company, it doesn't matter, I will give an honest opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and move on from there, and I'm going to grab my fluffy brush, and I'm going to grab that nice little pink shade and go underneath the eye with it. And then I'm gonna grab one of the smaller oval brushes, which is this one right here, which is the #1 oval brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and use some of the purple from the Pastel Goth palette and go right up underneath the eye. Then I'm gonna use this white right here called Skull in the Pastel Goth palette, and I'm gonna use this right on the corner of the eye. I got a little bit of fallout, but you know what? It's white. The worst kind of fallout is fallout that's black, because black is hard to remove whenever it hits the cheek, okay? Okay, so taking a brief intermission there to take and cool down my camera, because my camera decided to overheat. So I'm gonna go in with this sample size Better Than Sex Mascara by Too Faced, and I'm gonna go ahead and coat my lashes, and top and bottom. And then after coating both of my lashes, we're gonna move on to some beautiful, beautiful eyelashes. Absolutely outstanding eyelashes. Wait until you guys see these eyelashes, okay? Baby!
Yeah.
Okay, I will say that jumping from my Star Wars mascara to the Better Than Sex mascara, even though this is not my first time using it, I will give you my honest opinion. I do love it. I do love this mascara a lot. There is a lot of movement in the background. Oh, it's just baby. That is the only movement I'm okay with.
What?
I said the only movement I'm okay with in the background of my videos is you.
Oh.
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
By the way, guys, if I had any advice about a relationship, just be open-minded.
And communicate.
Yes, communicate.
Even whenever it makes you uncomfortable, communicate.
And
Like, especially whenever something that you need to talk about to your significant other is uncomfortable, you need to talk about it. You
yes.
Don't leave anything inside your head.
And never go to bed mad at your significant other, because it is the worst way to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
But no, guys, this mascara, Better Than Sex Mascara, is absolutely outstanding. Super black, super wispy. Oh my god. Like, you guys see how, like, individually all my lashes are out? Like, beforehand, with the Star Wars mascara, my eyelashes would be, like, really clumped together. This thing is amazing, and I need to get a bigger bottle of it because it is absolutely incredible. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys these eyelashes. And I got these eyelashes sent to me. Sorry, I had to lean out of frame. I got these eyelashes sent to me from a company. And look how cute their packaging is. Okay? The packaging comes in like stuff like this and everything. And they sent me 2 different types of eyelashes. But the fact that every single eyelash comes like this, almost like, well, not every single one of them, but these ones right here in particular come with like a sunflower with the lash right here. These are absolutely so adorable. I will be doing a review on these lashes, and the amazing part about these lashes is that they are all handmade. Handmade, okay? These are the lashes that I'm going to be putting on today, and these are a lot bigger than the usual lashes that I wear, but I love big lashes, especially whenever I do drag shows and stuff like that. So there's this little string that is on the inside of the package, and what you do is you just pull that, it pops the lashes up and out of the box, so that way you can get to them. And I'm going to show you guys a trick on how to get lashes out of a container like this without ruining them, okay? So what you want to do is you want to take your thumb, you want to press down the end of the lash and roll forward, and that right there will cause the lash to come off of the tray, so that way you can take it off and use it, and you're not pulling or changing the actual form of the lash. And then of course, if there's any extra like cohesive, like sticky residue or anything that's left on there from the packaging, look at that eyelash. That is extremely, that is a lot more thicker and a lot more wispier than how I do my lashes usually. So this is gonna be fun, okay? This is gonna be fun. I'm going to see if these actually fit my eye first before I actually apply them, because I don't want the lash to be too big, if you see what I'm saying. Yeah, that is a little bit bigger than usual. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a pair of scissors and I'm going to snip off just a tiny bit. Okay, after snipping off just a tiny little bit of extra lash and everything from the actual lash band, so that way they fit my eye more, I'm going to take the back end of a brush and just line the back end of the brush, the lash, sorry guys, and then I'm going to let that dry down just a little bit, okay? I'm going to let that get a little tacky, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply it, and then I'll apply the other lash off camera, so that way this video is not incredibly long, guys. It's already incredibly long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this to get tacky, and then I will be right back. Okay, so now that the lash is tacky, I'm going to go ahead and apply it on the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to grab my tweezers. Oh, wow. Wow. That is incredible. And they are super comfortable. Super comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply the other eyelash off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, I have the other lash on right now, and you guys are probably gonna be like, OMG, these lashes are gorgeous. And I will tell you, in person, they are absolutely outstanding. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they are really comfortable. It has been a very long time since I put on an eyelash that I'm actually excited to wear, okay? And be waiting for the review because I will go into more depth. But in the meantime, we are going to jump back into doing some makeup. So I'm going to take my Tarte blush, and this one is Party. Like I said in my last tutorial, it is P-A-A-A-T-R-T-Y. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get this brush, and I'm gonna get my number 5 brush from Vanity Planet, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this to do my blush with, and just get that entire brush nicely coated. Oh wow, beautifully applied. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Which, by the way, guys, these eyelashes, that is my first time ever wearing them. So, that is my first impression of them, ever. And this is my first time putting blush on with these brushes. And look, there's no blush left on my, wow. Okay, I'm excited to see what these brushes do for highlight. Aren't you? Because I'm excited to see how that goes. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this right here, nice little tone. It's like a light pink undertone. And I'm gonna use this right here, oval brush, which is the number 4 oval brush. And I'm gonna use this right here for highlight. And go ahead and see what it do. Whoa. Okay. Okay, this one has a very light shimmer to it, so there's not gonna be a whole lot of shimmer. But this next one, I know has shimmer to it. Holy cow. This is the next one from that shade. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with this right here color, which is the mirror that I've been using the entire time. And this color is Pearl, and it is a very, very bright white highlight. And the challenge is, guys, is I usually always spritz my face with a little bit of setting spray before I do any of my highlight. And the fact that I'm getting a nice highlight just without any setting spray is phenomenal. Okay, and then I'm going to take a smaller brush, this one right here, which is the number 6 oval brush. Just a little bit on the tip of the nose, a little bit on the forehead, a little bit of definition right here on the sides of the cheeks. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz my face with a little bit of water, and I'm going to go ahead and use a smaller detailing one of these with some highlight on the corner and the sides of my eyes and for my cheeks, and see what that really does. And I'm also going to do some of this as well. Bigger oval brush. Whoa. You notice I'm not even saying anything, guys. My expression says it all. I am, wow. Oh, speaking of which, okay, so I'm gonna take one of these details, and I'm gonna use some of this right here. Guys, I'm telling you, if you love makeup just as much as me, you have to try out these brushes. Like, this right here is like like, you have to try out one of these brushes. Like, they are so soft. Like, I'm blown away. Oh, speaking of which, the packaging for these, of course, you've seen at the beginning of the video, comes with this. So, yeah, you guys need to try those out. Anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and move on over to lips. I think I'm gonna do something a little bit more different than just what the actual like eye color is and stuff like that. Do something a little bit more cuter. I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then go ahead and apply this. This is by NYX. Yeah, I love this color of nude, especially with this makeup look. Okay guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this right here video. I hope that you guys love it, especially this makeup look. Anyways guys, I love you. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. So if you want to keep seeing more, like and subscribe. Speaking of which, Lake Houston the Horror Flick is getting ready to come out. I cannot wait. The first episode airs October 4th. All of the interviews with the cast and crew comes out September 4th. 5th. No, 6th. Sorry. Comes out actually tomorrow. So I am super, super excited. So when this video comes out, if that's before or after. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon.